One of the sole purposes of Electoral Amendment Bill is to, among other things, regulate the electoral process in the various tiers of government, the federal, state, and local government levels. This is in a bid to ensure a transparent process. A case in point is the just concluded local government and councillorship elections in Kogi State. These saw the APC emerge as the winner in all positions. Many, alongside the opposition, have declared the exercise as a sham. It was alleged that no electoral officers were appointed, no ballot material were brought in, and no election of any kind took place in any polling unit across the state. This, among other things, is the need to have the electoral bill passed and signed in January by the National Assembly. A submission by the Coalition for Constitutional and Electoral Reforms demanding for action from lawmakers on the Electoral Amendment Bill.
We are not happy, and Nigerians are not happy that we are missing out on the December 2020 target. However, we believe that the National Assembly has the resources, has the manpower, and has the capacity to put this new law in place on the first sitting of the National Assembly in year 2021. Consequently, what we are asking the National Assembly is to give us a brand new electoral bill, the Independent National Electoral Commission Act 2021, on its first sitting in 2021 as a New Year gift to the people of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It's imperative to categorically state that the reform of our elections and the timeline that this needs to be conducted by the National Assembly should be sped up. We've had these reforms and this process for almost a year now, and there has been recommendations, memoranda submitted to the National Assembly, which is in recent time, and the committee has been working on this for a year. If the National Assembly chooses to delay this process until March 2021, which they have stated during the public hearing, what we will find is it will affect the number 2021 elections. And there might be legal implications for what exactly can be conducted or what part of the law or the part of the new Electoral Act would then apply to number elections.
We have come to restate our unwavering commitment to electoral reforms and to ask the National Assembly to urgently have the bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act No. 5, 2010 as amended and enact the Independent National Electoral Commission Act 2021, passed in the first sitting of 2021 and transmitted for an immediate assent by the President. All we seek is an enduring electoral reforms that will address the deficits in the electoral system and, among other things, provide for electronic transmission and publication of results, full biometrics for accreditation, conduct of general elections in one day, election finance reform, elimination of statutory delegates, ensure women and youth representation, as well as other important suggestions contained in our memoranda to the National Assembly. As elections remain the most critical aspect of democracy across the world, we urge the National Assembly to see this process as an opportunity to entrench enduring electoral reforms and strengthen the capacity of INEC to conduct free, fair, and credible elections and guarantee electoral integrity.
We will not relax. We are taking that promise with caution, because this was the same NAS that insisted on passing the new Electoral Act at the end of 2021, at the end of 2020 in December. And as we can see, that's not happening. So when they are making further promises without remembering that they have failed in some initial promises that was made, it is our responsibility to hold them to account, and that is what we will do. So to all Nigerian citizens, what we are saying, especially young people, is that this is not the time to relax. This is the time, rather, to intensify engagement. Intensify engagement with their various representatives in the National Assembly. We want this bill to be passed by beginning of next year, 2021, so that we can use the Anambra election, like my colleagues have stated, to test the new act.